Beating Pietro Manga in September last year, I was scheduled to fight Samir Fadim for the world title in on March 20th, but due to the COVID outbreak 2 days before that fight got cancelled. I was left in limbo for a bit, and then three months later they'd scheduled it for the end of September. Saving up for this moment for a long time, and couldn't it be for a better thing? It's for the Cage Warriors world title belt. I've always been, even from a young age, I've always been a bit of a, I knew I was different from the other kids, if you know what I mean. So I've never really fit in, even at MMA gyms full of other freaks, if you might. I've always sort of stood out and been a unique kind of guy. Coming up here and speaking to James, I just knew, like, this guy can get me to the top. The work he's been putting in is just amazing, man. We've been just specifically working on stuff to beat this guy, and it's all coming together well, and I've improved massively compared to my last fight. I'd had my first pro fight up here, and I knew that the whole MMA scene up here was huge, and everyone just knows how to fight here, even if they don't train. Ended up moving here and actually chasing the dream instead of sticking to the 9 to 5 like most of my friends, and it's paying off now. All the hard work's coming together, and yeah, I think I'm gonna get there. Great team there, and yeah, we have a laugh and a joke, but at the same time, it's business when James says it's business. What everyone would spend on their mortgage, I was using that to survive for 6 months, so I could train and fight at a higher level. I first got into MMA when I went to the Senai in 2007. I seen Bisping and one of the Nogueira brothers and a few other guys promoting their next fights, and I didn't really know anything about MMA. I didn't really know about it, and I wasn't really interested, but after going home, after taking pictures for these guys, I wanted to see who they were, and I researched it, and then a couple of years later I was still kickboxing, but then I made my first move to an MMA gym when I was 16 and fell in love with it, and I've been training every day ever since.
You know what? You right. It's like the best damn champagne.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to do anything else. It was just an addiction to me, going to the gym. I'd leave my job, go home, eat, and then it was straight to the gym, and I didn't want to do anything else. And Menga was just such a big name in the UK, and for a big reason. The guy 13-0, Spencer Hewitt on Bellator, I was sat in the crowd, and when he smacked that guy in the first 10 seconds of the fight and ended him, it was frightening to watch. This guy had some skills. I remember sat in the crowd thinking, man, I don't know if I could ever be as good as this guy. And then 3 years of hard work later, and not really looking at these guys, and without even really thinking about it, I was already there.
Menga trying to stay evasive here. Nice. He dropped! Big right hand!
When I was in there, I just felt levels above him in every area, but I'd worked hard for it, so it was almost like expected.
Luke Shanks looking to free that right hand for the finish here.
I just knew I needed to land one big shot, and it felt sweet when I finally landed it and put him to the canvas.
Look at the position, even whilst he's striking with the hand.
And it's over! The referee has seen enough! Luke Shanks defeats Pietro Menga in the 3rd round!
Samir Fadin is a good fighter, but at the end of the day, it's just a stepping stone. Win the belt, defend it a couple times, and then move on to the UFC. He's just the same as anyone else in the division. I feel I'm ahead of the bunch now, but what he does have is explosive, fast, knockout power, and relatively good takedowns and jiu-jitsu. So he's a good all-rounder, but I'm just bigger, better, and stronger in every area. I see myself getting a finish. I think I'm just going to be a bit too strong, and my will is just going to be too much for this guy. Getting ready to make that walk, I put that mask on and everything's green. It's almost like you're in a video game. You're just looking around, everything's green, and you can see a bit of smoke, and it's almost a surreal moment. You don't even think of it as you in there. Greats have held this belt: Conor McGregor, Bisping, Dan Hardy, Stevie Ray, and yeah, I've sacrificed my whole life to get this belt on my shoulder, and that's what I plan on doing in 2 weeks' time.